Bitch, I'm in the.
What the hell? Where'd Brian go? There he is.
Where's
No,
Joe?
I hit the button. Joe will be back.
You're terrible at this game, Mark.
Oh, bite me. At least I got the intro right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is Brian. With me always,
I'm Mark.
Mark, the guy that messes everything up, trying to do a live show here, and this is how you treat me.
This is the nicest I treat you.
So, hey, Mark, we're back again with another one. We have.
Hold on. But this time we're live on Instagram.
Hey, Instagram, what's happening? What?
So every once in a while, I'm going to be looking over here and see if we have any comments. We'll see.
Hey, listen, here's the thing. I don't know how to use the Instagram thing. So if somebody wants to say hi or whatever and teach us how to use it, I'm good with that. That's cool.
That's why I have it here. You know, we'll don't worry, we're doing good.
Okay, fine, whatever.
It's live, so don't worry.
Last week, I want to thank our guest last week as well. We had Chase on, and Chase has been blowing up all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed his show last week, go back and watch it. We got it saved right there on YouTube. And then talking about going back and watching shows, if you want to know more about Mr. Joe Grah, that's going to be our person for tonight, our superstar. His show, he was on what, 2 years ago? We were talking about this, right? 2 years
ago, around 2 years ago, yeah.
Another band called Inside The Trojan Horse. If you're not following the band, you're not doing it right, guys. They're fantastic, and Joe's actually native to us here, and I think one of his co-partners kind of was hanging around for a little while. So,
well, let's bring him on and ask him.
Right on. Joe, what's happening, man? How are you?
How's it going, guys? Good to see you again.
Good. Oh, look at that. I love Inside the Trojan Horse. We do too.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you guys, and it's great to be back after, a 2-year hiatus almost.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Absolutely wild. So, we were talking about that. It's been 2 years. The last time you guys came on the show, there was two of you.
It's true.
Now there is just Joe right now.
I'm a man of many faces, I suppose, or facelessness, if you will, in the case of that. But yeah, no, I'm here supporting my solo music that I was actually, before the horse took wings, and became Inside the Trojan Horse, I was actually on a stint of 16 solo songs and videos that I had released in a short period of time, and was actually in Texas auditioning a band to start playing shows to support those songs. And Charles, my good friend who I'd been writing with for many years, actually showed up in Texas. He was like going to play guitar because I couldn't find the right guitar player to be in the solo band. And he was like, I'll do it. And he showed up, and I was like, well, fuck, if you're going to drive all the way from LA, let's just do our songs that we've been writing. So it turned into Inside the Trojan Horse. We picked up Pat, from Red Sun Rising. He was now in 10 years. And Liam St. John touring the world. And that became Inside the Trojan Horse. So that was 2 years ago. And then in the last 6 or 8 months, maybe 9 months, I've been releasing solo songs again. I put out Notice, and then I came out with Far, and then I'll have another one coming out shortly. And I've also, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I follow you on TikTok, 64 on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of my accounts. Yeah, that's my record company, my little boutique label that I put out dozens and dozens of music over the year from different artists, and it's been fun. It's been a good time to be in control of my own music and not have to worry about, I've been on Island Def Jam, I've been with the Firm and CAA and all these crazy entities, and it's quite refreshing to not have the outside influence, to just be able to, there are outside influence with my mixing engineer, Evan, who really is a big part of this. He also mixed the Inside the Trojan Horse stuff as well. So he's an integral part. We've done like 26 songs together or something in a short, relatively short period of time. I consider him relatively, you know, he's a key part. He really knows how to take my sound and take it to the next level. But and with Horse, the other integral part was always is Charles, you know, who I've known for years. We played together in a band called Loser back in the day with John Five. I was in a band called Jibe for many years, and kind of at the precipice, the height of our you know, our rise to fame, if you will. I was out of my fucking skull, you know, obviously not in the right frame of mind by any means. I was doused and diluted, as doused and diluted as one could possibly probably be, I imagine, from what I recall and what I've been told. And that, leaving that and doing the thing with John Five and meeting Charles, you know, and watching Charles going from Dallas, you know, out of my mind, you know, and coming into a lucid state where I'm not, you know, I'm completely sober, living in John Five's house. And then in comes Charles, who we'd met at we went to see, it was a perfect circle because we were trying, John wanted to get Jordy White to play bass, and he wanted to have Josh Freesia to play drums, or Josh Freese to play drums. So we were there to meet them and ran into Cantrell and a bunch of other people, and it was really crazy. And then we met Charles there, and then watching Charles on the couch, you know, with John, learning how to really become an integral part of Loser, and then Charles and I weren't working together. He's another key part of that has actually been with, especially with the Horse, a very, very key part. he's the force behind that music, you know, and then I bring in the lyrics. So it's been a couple of people I've worked with, but I've kept it relatively small since being in bigger conglomerations, if you will. To give you the long-winded version scenario of where I'm coming from now is more of DIY, hands-on. I do my music here. We shoot our videos around here. I moved here about 5 years ago, so from Los Angeles, and I really enjoy it, man. I've got a nice spot here, and I'm really happy here because it's peaceful and it allows me to be creative. And there's not a lot of pressures here that are, I mean, there's pressures everywhere, don't get me wrong. There's dark and there's light in every endeavor, in every scenario, in every place you go. But what I found here is I found a relative peace rather than killing myself and having to be a victim of my environment or be a victim of my self-induced self-sabotage. Here I found a place where it's, you know, I'm out digging in the fucking dirt when it's dark, and I'm riding four-wheelers around the property, and we kayak, and you know what I'm saying? Like living, you know, like instead of dying all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're here in our county, right? So
yeah.
So my question, I know you guys have done lots of video stuff in like Tampa, St. Pete,
all over,
right?
Yeah, all over St. Pete, Tampa, yeah, around here, yeah.
Where here?
We shot in front of the nuclear power plant, the Down by the Lake video, which you were showing a clip of, or you were using the music. We were down at one of the little beaches we have out here, you know, the little mini beaches.
None of the bars are like a place where you want to be like, hey, you know what, we're gonna come out and jam and do some video out there.
We haven't done that yet. You know, I've considered that. Yeah. Well, to kind of bring that to the point, I've been searching for the right members for this solo band, which when I say a solo band, it's just being launched under the moniker and the songs right now that are the songs that I've created over the last couple of years. And what, you know, like when I put the band Jibe together in Dallas, it was about bringing different people together and creating a new entity out of something, creating another version of that something into something else. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I've got the guys coming, and they'll be here on the 20th, and they'll be here for a week, and they'll be here. We're going to be, I guess, tearing down my living room. We're just going to set up and just blow the roof off and just get to know each other. And I'm excited because I've got really good guys that really they're good guys. You know what I'm saying? I really took my time. I really took like a year to find them. You know, to find the right guys.
You went out and did a talent search.
I did everything. I would never do in a million years because I've sat in cattle call, like with Loser, for example. When we were looking for, after we got Charles, you know, we're it's the three of us. We're making the record. We don't have the drummer yet, so we do, you know. The producer, Bob Marlette's like, let's do a cattle call at Guitar Center. I'm like, yeah, okay. So John and I and the tour manager go down and sit at this table while 150 drummers come in and out, you know, and play. And it was just like mind numbing, you know? So it was like going through that kind of vibe. I never thought I'd do it again, but I did. I sent it out. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. This is all homegrown shit that we're talking about here. So I sent it out I found every close-knit music community in Savannah, Georgia, like, Virginia and, South Carolina, North Carolina, the whole surrounding area, even over to Texas. Actually, I waited on Texas. I did it around here first just to see what I could find. And I found some really cool people, but I was looking for specifics because I've been doing this my whole entire life and I want to cut to the chase now. I don't like fucking around with the fat anymore. And I don't mean in size or anything. I just mean trim the fat right out of the fucking gates, get right to the crux of the biscuit, read the person, find the vibe in the first 15 seconds. When you understand what you're looking for, you'll find it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take your time. Could happen in a second, could happen in a million years. My long story short, there were some cool cats around here, but where I ended up back in is Dallas. Where the two guys are in Dallas and one guy's in Kansas City, but he's actually from Southern California. He's actually the backup drummer for Inside the Trojan Horse, coincidentally. His name is Josh Freesia, strangely enough. Freesia, really great drummer. He's from September Morning and a couple other bands, and I've known him for a number of years. He played Nine of the Wolf with Charles and I back in Los Angeles, and he's a really cool cat. And then the guitar player is the first guy that I really found. That's the one that I was looking for, is the connective guy that really bridges the gap. Because, we all know great rock music comes with a singer and a guitar player, that duo, that vibe. And I've always relied on that. Toby and Jibe, John Five and Loser, Gino and South of Earth from Filter, when I had the band South of Earth, and Charles in Inside the Trojan Horse and I Am the Wolf. Just these powerful, epic guitar players, just with tone and vibe and just... and so I was looking for somebody, and I knew what it was, but I didn't know who it was yet. I saw them in my mind, but I didn't see them yet in the manifested reality of the physical world. But then long story short, after deciding not to look and just letting it happen, I opened my Facebook one day and some kid was on there. I say a kid, but just because he's younger than me, but he playing guitar, and I just knew. I saw it was the top of his head. He was just sitting there. And then I hit him up and he was like, "Oh my God, dude. I used to hear you on the radio with Yesterday's Gone, and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Oh shit." And he goes, "Dude, I never post anymore. I haven't posted in like a year and a half. And I just felt the overwhelming urge to post." And so when he posted, like, it was kind of a connective thing. And that's kind of how Jibe happened. And that's the kind of the foundational elements of what I'm creating right now with this new band. So the bass player is another guy named Matthew. And he's a real solid cat, real cool cat. And they're really easy to get along with, because I've been in bands where it's like you end up in a divorce with 4 people, or 3 people real fucking fast. So I wanted people that wanted to be here and really were just good going guys with a good vibe and a good energy. So I finally found it. I'm stoked. They'll be here in a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks, and we're gonna have at it. So to long story short, to your question, I'm looking to play some shows around here, which okay. I never thought I would, because we always end up playing like Tampa at the Ritzy Boar, or like Orlando at the House of Blues, or somewhere in Jacksonville or wherever. But now that I live here, man, it's like I don't want to shit where I eat. I want to play where I eat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Like, where do you go? Like, do you go to like Liberty Park in Inverness and try to book that out and just be like, "Hey man,
that's going to be a hard one right there."
That's a good question. That's the question. Go ahead. Sorry.
You got to find the right place to be able to do it, to start off with, and then go out from there. Because some of these places around here, we already know how our county is. Sometimes they're, it's like going to the, like the Loft, or,
Well, and that was going to be my other thing. Like, do you go to one of the bars like the Loft or the Barrel, or one of these bigger places to where you can have some outdoor freedom to have a stage and that kind of stuff? Because I mean, that's the big thing, is like making sure that you get enough people at the venue, and you just don't want to show up for 11 people. But
exactly, yeah.
I hear bands do it all the time. It's like, yeah, man, we showed up, we drove 3 hours, there was like 11 people. Like,
Jibe did that in the beginning. We drive 11 hours, to like some place in the middle of nowhere and play in a double wide trailer for a dank bag of weed. You know what I'm saying? Fucking weird shit. But we became the strongest band ever. You know what I'm saying? Right. Doing that shit.
Brian, there's one thing that we still owe Joe.
What's that?
A T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something. This is actually our newest T-shirt that we'll be getting sometime in the next few days.
Nice. Look at that. Wait, I got to put my spectacles on here. Let's see here. Huh. Yeah. All right. That's a good one.
So how you feeling about the blue? You digging it?
Yeah, blue's cool, man. I'm down with blue. Blue, red, black. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let Mark know your size.
Yeah, the red is the only thing that we won't do because I think it clashes with everything else. It screws with my eyes. So
yeah, everything screws with my eyes. So that's why I got these old man spectacles right here.
Listen, we're at that age now, though. Unfortunately,
I don't need mine to see close up. I only need to see mine far away, and I'm just so used to them now. I just keep them on.
Listen, I can't see a damn computer screen. I'm like this.
Yep.
Oh, I can see the computer screen. I just can't see the little letters.
Amanda's got a question for you. What inspired you to go down the road that you did?
Which road? I've been down so many.
The musical road. I mean, hey,
the music.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it was
anything else, right? You could have been a carpenter.
Yeah, that's true. I think it was growing up with my father, you know, like in unorthodox situations, bouncing around the country, being around crazy situations with hippies. And my uncle was like a stuntman hang glider. Like he was on the World Wildest Sports. Like he crashed the hang glider like from like way the hell up, and everybody thought he was dead, and he survived. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff around me, a lot of uncertainty and kind of unorthodox lifestyle, you know. And I was always stunting, and music was always there for me. It was either I was going to be jumping motorcycles or jumping cars or like killing myself that way, or jumping off stages and swinging from rafters and killing myself that way. So music was there for me in the beginning because my dad would be out, because, you know, when you're young, you go out and you check shit out. So I'd be at home and I'd be listening to music. He had all these albums at the house, and I think some of them were my mom's before she had moved out. And so I had all these albums, and I had like a radio and like a blue light in my lamp. I remember before the house caught on fire and burnt down. So that was really a heavy influence. I'd sit around and just sing to like Motown records and like, you know, Beatles records and like Manhattan Transfer, which was like vocal doo-wop shit, and like all kinds of stuff, weird stuff. So I think that I always had a sense of music, and then the verbalization of thoughts and feelings into poetic verse started to come in when I was, you know, in the elementary school area, and I started to understand. I just still didn't have a grasp on wordage and verbiage per se. I was quite poor at it in the constructive school, you know, or scholastics. I basically started to figure that out as I got into my teen years, that words could mean something and could set something free from me. I could release something from it.
Sure.
And then drumming took over, and I started touring and being a drumming guy with more local shows with Morbid Truth in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then drumming with the Carnage, playing with Pantera and other bands like that. And then when I moved to Dallas and started Jibe, that's when I finally had a hold on, like, drumming set the pace for the rhythmic understanding of music. And everything made sense because now the words and the verbiage started to paint a picture of like how I could escape, you know, one reality and turn it into another reality, you know, with a simple form of just melody, percussion, and verbiage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here is a question from the Weekly Pour podcast. I'm referencing Inside the Trojan Horse. How does changing or entirely removing your visual identity change the way that you write lyrics and tap into your vulnerability on stage? Great question.
That's
I think you're talking about wearing the mask.
Yeah.
People just not know, like, because you guys told us before, you don't do it for you, you do it for the music.
Yeah. Well, the performance of it is like, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. When we were shooting the videos, I've told this story before, but I'll give you an abbreviated version. When we were shooting the sequence of the first 3 videos, and we ended up with a third one, and I put that mask on, we're in this abandoned, burnt out shopping mall. It was dead bats in the water, and it was goo and mold growing. It looks so cool. If you ever watch that How They Run video, it's really cool looking. But when we did the first take, and I pulled that mask down, and it was like action. It was like I just turned into something that I always had been, but never had found, you know, or never had become yet, never had released from myself. And it was another extension. And after being, you know, the self-saboteur, you know, ignite the fire and dive out just in time not to die and maybe break a few bones or, you know, gash my arm open or some stupid shit, you know, my head. It became more of this fluidity, and the songs were already written, most of them. Charles and I had been writing those over years.
Mhm.
So there's new ones too. There's lots of new ones that nobody has heard yet, but it never affects the lyrics, because the lyrics always come from a true source, an unrefined source, a source of no limitations, a source of, matter of fact, I just listen to whatever is the music, whether I'm creating it or whether I'm getting it from Charles or whether I'm getting it from whatever source. Now I wait to hear it. I set a track and I'm already recording while I'm listening to it, and I usually I'll come out with a lot of it, if not all of it. At least good portions of it are good chorus or verses. So there's never been a limitation or a change in my approach to lyrics, other than just evolving as a fucking artist and becoming more of a relevant human, and a selfless human, and not so self-absorbed and so reckless in my tendencies and my abandonment of, just being young and fucking piss and vinegar and just let's see what the fuck we can do. I still have all those tendencies, but I found a way to refine it in the center. And the horse when I put that mask on, and it stripped away everything I thought I'd become and I thought I was and who I could be and blah, blah, fucking blah. It all just fucking dissolved, and I became the next phase. And so when I became that phase, one would think it's hard to turn back, but all it did is it just stripped, because I take things so fucking personally. Some would call them character actors, but I call them nothing, because it's just becoming the moment and unfolding in the moment over and over with each experience. So that horse experience stripped away the last bit of my fucking jerk me off, fucking have you heard about me ego bullshit that I could have ever held on to, if I ever even had it. It's gone. And I love that about that experience. So those are the things that have changed, is me. My perspective on life has changed. I'm the same person, I've just evolved.
Cool. Steve said, had great times in Dallas in the good old days.
Steve, yes. Oh, yes. Fuck yeah.
And then I've got Michael Bailey. You still like chilled vodka shots. Too old to catch you on stage now. Still come out and see you when in Dallas.
Yeah, the Jibe days, man, for sure. Yeah, you never know. You might get a Jibe show.
That'd be cool.
You might get a Jibe show.
So videographer. You got a videographer, obviously, and you guys you do a lot of video shoots down South Florida area, like Tampa, St. Pete, that area.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like for... Do you freak out the crowd? Like you got people walking up and down sidewalks, and then all of a sudden you guys are mobbing in these black suits, black vests. Are they like, oh shit, there's about to be a bank robbery? Like,
yeah, it was weird, man. We did it in downtown. The one you're talking about is I think it's the Stay Alive video. It might be a little bit of each of the videos, because we just actually get in a car as a group and just start driving, and then we pull over there and we film. We don't even know where we're going. We did it on an overpass, like in Brooksville somewhere, with all this graffiti. I think it's in Brooksville. I can't remember. Might be closer to here. I can't remember. We also did on the side of the road closer to here, around maybe Homosassa or something, on the Toneway. We just pulled over to one of those little things. So it's like, it's fun, because it's chaotic and it's disorderly, and people, especially in downtown St. Pete, especially when we had the milk and stuff, that, people were like, what the fuck
is happening right now?
We went into a bar there too, and it was like, these people were just like, we just went in there and went up to the bar, stood there, started looking at people, and it's just like, I would have been like, what the fuck, if it was me, like,
Yeah, well, guys, either mask up or
are they going to kill us, or what's going on? The googly eyes, I think, was more disarming. You know what I'm saying?
Those were my favorite.
I was going to ask you whose idea that was, but I feel like we talked about this last time, and
probably
was it Charles?
It's Charles. Yeah, it's Charles.
That come up with that, because he was like, I wanted to be so, like, I wanted to do something cool, but I wanted to do something funny as well. So
it was disarming. So it did. If we wouldn't have had those eyes, people would have probably called the cops and probably would have been running and ducking, and like, because the googly eyes it made it more disarming. It took away the threat. In a sense.
It's the fun part of it.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
So this new project that you got, that you worked out, did you watch videos of other bands, solo artists, or anything like that before you started like hitting them up and be like, you know what, hey, I want to reach out to this person or whatever?
I just started looking everywhere, man, like places I never would have thought. And first I put out the ads. I went and found each, like Facebook page for the musicians in each town that was, relevant of music everywhere from Nashville down and over to Texas. Well, not Texas at first, I waited. But basically, it came down to like people I kind of knew through people, not real. I didn't know Jared. I found he was the one that I crashed into on the Facebook just by opening. He just hadn't posted in a year and a half and felt the urge to post it. So that was the chemistry, the Kismet one. And then Josh was just, I knew Josh and I know he's a solid guy and he's been over to my house here. And so Jared has now too. Jared was here not too long ago. And he's easygoing. He's a solid guy and a great drummer and a super human. And then Matthew was the last guy that I've got in, and he just seems like a cool guy. I don't know him yet. I haven't hung with him yet, but he's really easy to get along with. And Jared's girlfriend or wife actually knows him, went to school with him, and said he's solid as a rock too. Good bass player, cool cat, plays a totally weird vibe, like with its tuning and shit, which just didn't make any sense to me, but it's fucking cool and it's heavy and it's just got the band's going to be heavier live than the songs are probably on my solo songs are on the recordings for sure.
This one coming together, did you pull from all aspects of music, or did you just pull from? Was it just a one genre kind of thing? Like, hey, that's heavy, that's rock, that's what I need, or did you find some like emo kind of anything like that? Anybody doing emo kind of stuff?
I was just looking for it's more like an energy, man. I can't really put my finger on what it is. I just know it when I see it in front of me, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even see Jared really do much. I just saw a dude leaned over this camera view. He's got his hair in a ponytail on top of his head. And he's just in his studio and he was just doing some slinky vibe shit. But he just talked to me. It spoke to me and I knew. It was just like when Toby and I got together in Jibe, it's like crazy, dude. It's like when you see a chick you gotta be with or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you get that vibe. Same thing.
Joe used to come to my house late at night when Jive would pull back into town. He would act out the whole tour, trip on my coffee table. Joe has always been Joe. Super real, super good human. And that is from our friend Steve.
Thanks, Steve. We love Steve, man. He's so solid. That dude's been around too. He's worked with everybody in town. He does I know he's acting as well. He's in Dallas. But he's on some shows. I can't remember which shows, but current shows. Getting gigs all the time. I see him. I'm watching you, Steve. Love you, brother.
We've got directors, movie directors, and filmographers here in our Podunk County.
Right.
They just did a film called what's the name of the movie?
Can't remember.
No, what was the name of the movie?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Skinwalker. Is it
Skinwalkers?
Skinwalker.
Oh, I've been seeing those ads. Yeah, I've been seeing like the truck parked and stuff with the ad on it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my thing would be like, how come they didn't look for local artists to put on like their music in the film? I mean, these guys are doing independent stuff. Like bring some bands in and get some hype behind that too.
Yeah, I think it's probably the same reason that I moved here is to get away from any kind of like inner city kind of like, because I lived in Los Angeles for 17 years. I lived in Dallas for 10, 11, 12, 13 years. I had been, and when I came here and found this house, it's remote and it's enclosed. It's my own little space, like tied off. And, I like when I lived in Laurel Canyon in Hollywood, I had to drive, we call it going to town, but you're just going down the hill into Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To get groceries or whatever. Yeah. And so I did that on purpose and I wouldn't know that there's anything around. I didn't know anything was around here. When I moved around here, matter of fact, there wasn't anything because the Lecanto hadn't developed. None of this shit had happened yet. So it's like, I know that. Yeah, it's 5 years ago. So like, I liked it. And I like I want to be remote.
How do you feel about it now? How do you feel about it now?
I still like it. I still like it because I'm in a spot that's tucked away where I'm not going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get to that shit. It's just like being in the Hollywood Hills. I was cool with that, except, California is a dying fucking festering wound, unfortunately. But
I mean, listen, I lived in California as well. San Diego, I stayed there for a little while when I was in the military. But
yeah,
I lived in a little place called Soledad, with 1.1 square mile. One police station, whatever.
Yeah,
there was probably like 10 white people. And man, it's such an amazing place to live. But yes, you're absolutely right. You had to drive for fucking ever to get anywhere.
Yeah,
a lot of times I was driving on like the 5, the 15, the 405. I mean, it was bullshit if you ask me.
Yeah, no, I rode a motorcycle there, and I've
Thank
got
God,
all
right?
these plates, and I've got all these bolts and stuff. I almost died, like on a motorcycle. But when I was on my motorcycle, I could, something that would take an hour and a half, I'd be there in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, because I would fly. I would go down through ditches, like, just whatever. I didn't care because I had like this crazy fucking bike.
Right.
But it took because I wanted to be. I'll be honest with you. I spent my whole life as an artist. I'm a creator, musician, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and I always wanted to be in Laurel Canyon because Laurel Canyon is the place. It's the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's the Hollywood Hills, but it's not the shitty, cliche, fucking glitzy Hollywood Hills. It's the earthy one. I lived in a 100-year-old fucking cabin. It's supposedly built by Charlie Chaplin as a hunting lodge back in like the early 1900s, turn of the century. So it was vibey, and I had all these vibey people around me and a vibey experience and vibey stories about David Crosby riding his motorcycle through the streets with a cape and no shirt and a Trojan helmet, on his fucking Triumph, fucking gacked out of his brain, and a story about the actor, David Carradine, running, chasing a girl at 3 o'clock in the morning down my street. The lady that owned the house before we moved in told that was living there told me that she woke up at 3 a.m. There's a girl running naked down the street, up the street, because my house looked over the street. And then she was screaming, and then here comes David Carradine screaming naked after her shit. So I always wanted to be in that vibe, and I had to break myself up from it. Watching it decompose and watching it go through, taxes on top of taxes and gas taxes on top of gas, and homeless encampments just keep growing, 2 stories, 3 stories. Now they got porta potties instead of cleaning. The decomposition of not where I wanted to be. So I came here to actually take care of my mother in the villages. And then I ended up finding this house and this property and came here, and I love it here. And I'm glad to be in a rural setting where I can have some peace and some love and some quietness, you know what I'm saying? And some fucking center, because I've already torn up the universe and torn up myself, you know what I'm saying? Inside and out, being in a rock band, you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad to be back here too, after so many years away. I mean, I grew up here. Everything has changed. I wish it was as fast, and some of the stuff that we're getting, I feel like we're getting duplicates of shit.
Yeah,
like, dude, just bring in some vibes from like a different state. Bring something in from Dallas. Bring something in from California. Like, dude, we need a fucking In-N-Out burger here. If we don't get a fucking In-N-Out, lose my mind.
At least we're not getting that data center. At least we're not getting that data center bullshit that was going to be over here in Holden. Because that was some bullshit right there. That's
probably closer to where you're at, because you're up in that area, right?
That's real close, man.
Yeah, real close. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, Joe, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to listen to some music that Mark has keyed up. When we come back, we're going to play a game called Florida or Not Florida. Listen to 98 Rock?
I've heard it. Yeah, definitely.
So 98 Rock does this game called Florida or Not Florida. It's a lot of fun. I'm just going to read a few headlines. You're going to play against somebody. You're actually going to play against a special guest. When we come back, we're going to find out who that special guest is.
Sweet.
So, Joe, do you remember what song you asked me to play?
I think it was Far.
Yes.
My latest single. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Nothing
Fantastic. All right, so you got to tell us a little bit about it.
I shot that actually in a soundstage in Orlando that had different sets. Found it somehow. I don't even remember. I was searching out locations. I had ideas. I always start out with different ideas, but this one kind of actually started out pretty easy when I found it, because I found a way to search around for sets online. And we search them out locally, kind of drive around and do stuff, scout them out. But I also found a way online, couple of different sites and a couple of different avenues to find. And I found this place in Orlando, and it's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a little fucking nondescript, like it looked like auto parts next door and like a gym next door, but it was like literally like sheds. Like it looked like mini storage sheds. And I went in, it was like, had all these fucking different like sets. It was cool. So after I saw that laid out online, I basically came up with the concept for each part. It just fit the dream sequence of the song, which I've had this reoccurring dream, we all have them, and I'm just running, always running, I'm saying, kind of vibe, trying to get to something or trying to get away from something, whatever it may be. And that song kind of just was sparked on that. It's not 100% about that, but it kind of, has that kind of vibe about trying to get far away.
Got it.
Work. I like it.
Amanda says, let's play Florida or not Florida. How you guys feel about Florida or not Florida? You ready to play?
Well, we can't play without the...
Yeah, you got to play against somebody, Joe. So yeah. Mark went out and found...
I found well, he's been on our show before. His name's Brandon. Don't ask me how to say his last name because I don't want to fuck it up. So he's also in a band. So
Sweet.
I'm going to bring him up.
What's up, man?
What's going on? How's it going?
It's going great. That's a killer tune, by the way. I like that.
Thank you, man. Good to meet you.
Brandon,
yeah, likewise.
How do you say your last name?
Brodzinski.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go with.
I didn't pronounce it the first time. So.
I can pronounce this. Escape the Paradigm. If you're not listening to Escape the Paradigm, go check them out. These guys are fantastic as well.
Thank you.
And oh, brother, this guy stinks. Gee, I wonder who this is.
Yeah.
This is his little sister.
I love her so much. She's the best.
All right, guys, here we go. So the way the game works is I have 5 headlines that may or may not be Florida-based. Hopefully they're funny enough to keep everybody's attention, and they go a little something like this. This time I'm going to post them up on the screen. We're going to read them together. Here we go. A woman crashes into a Taco Bell sign, then calmly orders tacos from the drive-thru anyway. Here's a clue. She said that she didn't want to waste the trip. Is this Florida or not Florida? Did this happen in Florida or not Florida? Joe, we're going to let you go first since you are the guest.
Well, I've been in Florida a while now. I've seen Florida Ferraris, which I know now are Corvettes. So I think I got a handle on Florida a little bit. So let's go with Florida.
Joe's going Florida. Brandon, what do you think, buddy?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking not Florida. That sounds like something I would see pretty much anywhere in Chicago, actually. It's given that very impatient Midwest vibe.
All right, so let's see what the comments are saying here. I've got Kinsey saying not Florida. I've got Trouble saying not Florida. Anybody else want to chime in here? Your sister said no. Chicago is Burger King. It crashed into a Burger King. All right, guys, here we go. The answer is Florida.
Wow.
It happened in Florida. Yes.
You guys should have stuck with me, man. What the fuck happened? What happened to the team? The fucking team.
Okay, here we go. Here is your next one. Here we go, guys. Woman arrested for riding a manatee like a surfboard. Here's a clue. She yelled "Yeehaw" during the attempt.
You know,
so you are
I can guess with it.
How can I not say Florida when the manatee is involved? That might be the turn, though. That might be the inversion, the misleading inversion. I'm gonna say not Florida, even though it's Florida.
Go with your gut, Joe.
Florida.
Wow.
Joe, you want to go Florida? Joe's going Florida.
Even though it's not Florida.
Brandon, what do you think? You think it's Florida or not Florida? Well, let's think about this. Where do these guys go? These sea cows.
Hey, shut up.
Okay.
They all come here.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the yeehaw is like a red herring. Like that's meant to distract you. Like I feel like that's definitely Florida. Maybe like a tourist in Florida, but that's pretty Florida.
Okay, Florida. So I'm going to say not Dallas. That's what I'm going with.
Where the hell you surfing Dallas to begin with?
Let's see how the rest. Let's see how the rest of the crew comes together here, ladies and gentlemen. I've got Mike Bailey saying Florida. I've got Kenzie saying Florida. Amanda says Florida, and Steve says
Florida. No. Amanda says not Florida.
Amanda said not Florida.
Amanda,
not Florida. I'm terribly sorry, Amanda. I almost blew that for you. All right, here we go. Not Florida, not Florida. Okay, here we go.
Can I say something before you read that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We live in where? Florida. We live in Citrus County, and we are the capital of the manatees in this area.
We are.
So did it happen in Florida or not? That's the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Florida. It was not here in Citrus County. Just down the road in a little place called Pasco County.
Pasco County. Yep.
Florida.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So yeah, my wife says they're always on live PD, so why wouldn't you?
I like that.
All right, here we go. Here's your next one, guys. You're doing fantastic, by the way, Joe. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Man arrested for trying to steal a live swan by stuffing it into a Walmart bag. Here's a clue. He said he was rescuing it from the lake. Joe?
You know, everything sounds like fucking Florida to me, but I think I'm going to go with the not Florida on this one, just for the hell of it.
Okay. And Brandon?
Yeah, I'm gonna go not Florida. I feel like even though the Walmart bag's a great touch, but when the rescuing it from a lake, it just seems like not Florida. I don't know. Not to say there's not lakes there, obviously. Lakes are far more associated with everywhere else because we don't have
Midwest.
Yeah, we don't have the beautiful beaches and everything. So yeah.
All right, let's see here, guys. We got Michael saying not Florida. Steven says not Florida. Kenzie says Florida. Amanda says not Florida. I don't know where Evergreen Park is. You got to help me out here.
Yeah, no, that's literally right outside of Chicago, like right at the bottom part there, like on the outside of the south side. Yeah, that tracks a lot.
Well,
a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
How about congratulations to everyone that said not Florida. Guys, this didn't even happen in the U.S. I never knew that we had Walmart in China.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This happened in China.
Yeah.
They got them everywhere like McDonald's, man.
It's crazy.
Pretty much. Yeah,
They're the cockroach of the invasion.
All right. Here is your next one. Man calls 911 because his cat looked at him suspiciously. Here's a clue. He stayed on the phone for 7 minutes. This man called 911 because his cat looked... Okay, first of all, I own a cat. I don't know how much more suspicious cats look at you because mine just kind of leers at me like what do you do? Are you going to feed me? Or like, to me, that's not suspicious. That's just like... So, yeah, normal cat behavior. What do you guys think? Is that a normal Florida man or not a Florida man?
I didn't hear the beginning of it. Can you repeat the question or repeat the statement?
I'll put it back up there. Man calls 911 because his cat looked at him suspiciously. He stayed on the phone for 7 minutes. So that means...
So how high was the guy?
Yeah.
How high was
very high.
guys, let's run to the comments, and then we'll come back to you guys. Kenzie says Ohio. Let's see. So she's saying not Florida. All right, anybody else? Come on, guys. These folks need your help. Brandon needs your help. Joe needs your help. Not Florida from Michael. Says it sounds like California. Amanda says not Florida. Everybody's going not Florida on this so far.
So far, I need Steve. Steve, no, it's not
marijuana legal in Florida. Sure.
No.
Yes, it is. As long as you got a card.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between medical and
recreational.
Okay. Anyway, Joe, what do you think?
I'm going to go with not Florida on this one.
You going to follow the crew? All right.
Sure, why not? Team effort, team effort.
Brandon, what are you thinking?
Same thing, not Florida.
And not Florida.
I agreed with, what was that? What was it, Michael that put, I thought it was California instead?
Michael thinks it's a California thing.
That's what it sounds like to me. It just doesn't sound like a Florida thing, though.
Well,
Kenzie, you are correct.
I really hate to burst all your bubbles. This was, in fact, Florida. A little place called Cocoa Beach, Florida. Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Well, we all went down together. That's all that's important. We all burned the ship together.
All right, guys. Here is your last one. Your fifth and final Florida man, or not Florida man. Here we go. Man breaks into a zoo and tries to teach the monkeys sign language. Here's a clue. He brought flashcards. Is this Florida or not Florida?
No, it's not Florida.
Mark, you're not playing. Get out of here. Florida.
I don't even know the answer, but that does not sound like something that would happen here in Florida.
Florida or not Florida, guys? Joe, I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
I'm going to say not Florida. Everything sounds like fucking Florida to me now because I live here.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy, isn't it? Brandon, what do you think, bud?
You said this is the last one, right?
It's the last one.
I'm going to go opposite of Joe, then I'm going to go Florida.
You're going to go Florida on it? All right.
We're either going to tie or he's going to be up by 2.
Let's see what Cruz says here. Cruz says,
good move.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, fucking throw it in there, man.
I got a Florida. I've got a not Florida from Amanda. Michael says not Florida. And Steve's giving me a direct answer. Here we go. Washington, D.C.
Oh, man.
Is it out of the country again?
That's what my gut was telling
not
me.
Florida. All right, guys. What do we think? Not Florida, right? Not Florida?
Florida.
All of them except for
the answer.
Brandon.
It actually was Australia.
I should have went with the gut because I thought about
the L on that one, guys.
Hey, man.
Australia taking the L on that one. So
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, congratulations. We have a winner. Mr. Joe Grah is the winner of our game, Florida or not Florida. Hey, Joe, I don't know if you got these or not, and you live right down the road, so we're not going to mail them. We'll probably just swing by and drop them off to you. We've got the military talking shit decals. We've got the OG talking shit decals, and we owe you a tea, man. We owe you
yeah, definitely.
So we'll have to meet up. We'll have to do that. We do have Arliss is coming in town. Arliss Walker from the Southern Outlaws Band will be here in Citrus County on Monday for a very brief meetup, right?
Just to meet up.
So if you guys want to meet up, somebody hit me up, and I'll tell you where we'll be at. Arliss Walker, Southern Outlaws Band, fantastic. Brandon, real quick, tell us a little bit where our fans can find you, listen to your music. What style of music do you guys play in the band?
It's rock, hard rock. You can find us on any of the major streaming platforms. We actually just re-released We All Fall Down, which was our second album, back onto Spotify. It was everywhere else, but it got yanked down off Spotify because they said there was AI generated streams. I'm not sure how, because I think the song they questioned didn't peak above like 8,000 streams, and it was over like a month span. So that's fairly standard traction, to be honest with you. But It is what it is. They pulled it down. They didn't do anything else, so they told us we could re-release it. So we put it back up, and it's back up there. I am currently, oddly enough, before joining on here, I was actually in the middle of tweaking another song. We did add a new member to the group, so we're 4-piece now. We have some music videos on YouTube. We have our own website. It's etpband.com. And we're going to be doing the third album soon. I hope to get to the studio, I'd say late fall, early winter, somewhere in there, and hopefully have it out by spring next year. That's like the loose framework we're laying for that.
Well, if you get it out about that time, let us know. Bring you back on, and bring everybody from your band back on, and have fun with it.
Are you guys here in Citrus County?
No, we're located right outside of Chicago.
Oh, outside Chicago. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Chicago with Gino. Yeah, I had a band with Gino Leonardo called South of Earth there in Chicago. So I spent a lot of time in Chicago. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Haven't been there in a while. It's cold up. It gets cold. I remember that. I've been on the rooftop shivering my nuts off. Come on.
Except for this week, because they have this extreme heat warning, which I'm like, it's not going to be that bad.
Here in Florida, we have that every summer.
Every day.
Right. I don't know how the hell you guys manage it, dude.
It's crazy.
It's the humidity. It's that Midwestern dad thing going on, because it's like, that's not the heat, it's the humidity. Like, no, it really is the humidity. It's terrible.
Dude, I used to be up all night all the time before I moved here, like night owl. Now I'm up at, most of the time I was partying back then, but to be honest, but now it's like 5 fucking a.m. I'm up because you want to be done by like noon, because you're cooked. If not, you're a fucking raisin, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I don't much like the heat, but yeah, that's where all of our stuff is.
Cool.
We're probably going to be dropping. We did a cover of a relatively popular rock song from the 2000s. So we're probably going to drop that just in the in between, just to kind of.
You're not even going to tell us what it is?
Mystery.
It's Cold from Crossfade.
Oh, hell yeah. Fantastic.
Just our own version of it. Didn't change too much. Just kind of, I guess, like modernized it, if you will. Just, tighter guitar sounds, just a modern production sound instead of, from the early 2000s. There's audible differences there, but it's the same song, same key, everything else has changed. So just a nice way to pay homage to the music that got us into what we do. The 4 of us all have very different musical backgrounds, but there's a lot that overlaps, and that late 90s to late 2000s is like the decade that we all kind of agree on. So
yeah, it's a good decade.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brandon, say goodnight.
Great meeting you. Great meeting you, brother.
Likewise.
And we'll see you on the flip side, my brother. Awesome. What did you think? You got to beat the lead guy from Escape the Paradigm. You beat
That's
him.
cool. I didn't even.
Awesome.
I just showed up here to do a little chatting, and I'm winning awards and shit. Like, this is like crazy, dude.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Listen, we want to have fun. That's the whole thing. Like, let people know who you are, what you're all about. We know that you want to have fun. We know that you want the bands, the guys in the band to have fun.
Totally.
It's not. I know, I get it, dude. It's work, but you guys are doing it for fun too, right? I mean,
totally.
You're doing it to make the money and stuff like that. But you got to love what you do, because if you don't,
you got to.
If you don't love it, then you're not doing it right.
No, you'll be hollow. I promise. If you try anything without giving your full integrity, we all know where that ends up. Dead ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, Brian, before we let Joe go, I think that we should bring back, at least for this week, to have our guests introduce our next guest coming on next week. The reason why I say that is it was Joe's idea for me to message the guy, Mr. Bo Bice.
Yeah, good guy, man. It's crazy. I moved here and didn't really know anybody, and my girl bartends at the VFW, so I meet people through there and just, meet people as I go out and stuff. And I made some really good friends over the years, but I ran into Bo. I met Bo here and we became friends, and he's a cool cat. And he's got his stuff coming back now, because he was out for a while. He was going through some stuff. I went through it after our loser, and we all go through these ups and downs, as artists and as people. And now he's out and he's like fully he's in like revelation mode, man. He's like fully on it, and I'm proud of him, and I'm glad to see him I'm really, really happy to see him lifting himself up, because I remember him being over at my house here and meeting him and seeing him now. He's a completely different person. He's on fire again. It's really beautiful.
That's awesome, man. No, we're super excited to have him. Mark was like, "Hey, do you know who this is?" I was like, yeah, "Of course I know who it is, man. I mean, shit. If you weren't watching what is American Idol back in the day, then the hell were you doing?" I mean, it got boring, but you know, there was great talent that came from there.
That season, I think, was the best season because you got a lot of talent out of it.
Yeah. I remember I was living in Los Angeles. I just moved there, and I was making the Loser record, and I remember hearing his name, and we'd see clips in the studio, and it's like he was one of the first rock guys to come on and do it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. And he's a great guy, cool guy.
It was funny. My wife, somebody she works with, said, "How in the hell did Mark get Bo Bice to come on the show?" And my wife comes home and asks me. I said, "Well, I sent him an email."
And Joe was the one that said, "Hey, reach out to the guy." Which is crazy, because you wouldn't think that, you know, and that's the thing. So we appreciate the fact that you are putting people out there and saying, "Hey, man, you know, this is who you want to reach out to," because without that, we would have never reached out to Bo.
Totally.
You know, it's just one of those situations where it's like, okay, I don't think we'd be able to get that person on the show, but you don't know what did Brandon say earlier? You miss all the shots if you don't take them.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true. I mean, it's a lot of our guests that we've had on the show. I mean, the first time that we had him on the show, you know, we didn't know if we could get him or not. Well, actually, you did, but that was a different story.
Well, that's because Charles promised me that I would get inside the Trojan Horse on the show. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, that would be fantastic. You mentioned something a few minutes ago. You said your girl is at the VFW. She works at the VFW?
Yeah, she's a bartender.
Which one?
Oh, the one in Beverly Hills.
Does my brother DJ there?
Probably. I don't know. I go there occasionally, and I know we have parties at my house, and that's where I kind of first had Bo over and really became friends with him.
Okay.
And various other people. I've met like dozens, and we've had 50, 60, 70 people here. So it's like,
I have not been to a party yet. So
yeah, you guys are gonna have to come over for sure. Definitely.
Love it. Yeah, my brother's a DJ. He does a lot of the karaoke stuff at a lot of the VFWs around the county. So
yeah.
I'll have to see if he DJs that one.
They do have karaoke there on Saturdays, I believe. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he works for Dragon Entertainment, but he's DJ Lux. Is who he is now.
Seems like I might have been given a card or something, but I might be wrong, because I get them all the like various ones from my girl, because when we lived in LA, she's always bartended everywhere we've gone. Yeah. So I'm always getting cards through her, you know. So I've got these stacks of, and DJ Lux sounds familiar, so I've seen it somewhere.
Okay. We'll have to get him to do something for us too, I guess. Joe, what do you want to tell everybody? I know that there's something you want to tell everybody, like, hey, follow. Go ahead.
I think what I want to tell everybody is just keep on trucking. You know what I'm saying? Even when it seems like shit balls and afterbirth, you know, just back up, get the 30,000 foot view, and realize, man, I'm fucking living, man. I'm doing this, and I can change anything at any time. I can fucking create or destroy at any fucking time. I'm like a mini god, like a fractal of the universe. And other than that, I'm real happy that you guys had me on tonight, man, because I had fun tonight. This is one of the funnest podcasts I do. I've done a ton of podcasts, but some of them are similar, you know. This one was cool. You spice it up. You had different people coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, we want to have fun, man. We want it to be fun for everybody. You know, it's your hour. It's your show. We want to showcase you, but you know, we do have that team, and we want to kind of mesh it in and make it all happen, and break up a little bit of what we got going on. Make sure that we keep the audience involved, and they'd love to be involved. So
yeah, I had a great time. This is, like I said, one of the funner ones I've done, and I appreciate it. And you guys can connect with me anywhere online. Joe Grah, you can just put Joe Grah anywhere and just look it up, and you'll find Inside the Trojan Horse. You'll find my band Jibe. You'll find my band Loser. You'll find Inside the Trojan Horse. You'll find Dead Girls Don't Lie. You'll find tons of Joe Grah stuff, obviously, and You'll find south of Earth as well.
Let's go back to Dead Girls Don't Lie. What's that one about? I haven't heard that one.
When Loser broke up and I was living in this house on top of the fucking Mount Olympus, the Hollywood Hills, and I had the rug pulled out from her, the president of the company called me and said, hey, we're dropping the band because John's going with Zombie and blah, blah, blah. So I lost everything and called Jerry. I was like, dude, I wanted, because we were going to work together at one point in time, but then I was already with John, but he had just gotten William. So William was already the singer for Chains at that point in time. And I called him. I was like, dude, and he's like, I just got William. So I was like destitute. I was desperate. So I went through this phase of being pretty depressed for a little while, which I hadn't been in a long time. And then the way I got out of that is similar to how I got out of my motorcycle records. I got a little Pro Tools rig and I started, writing and recording. I started getting better. And Dead Girls Don't Lie was a first attempt at a solo thing, but I made it a band instead, even though it's all me. It's like real raw, real rough, demo-y kind of vibe, me understanding effects and understanding how to record and do it all myself. It's it's the prepubescent version of what I've been putting out under my Joe Grah, basically.
Okay. I'm going to have to go look that up now.
It's about 13 years old, 10 to 13 years old, 11, 12, 13 years old is when I put that out.
And the latest project is there a name or is it just the solo project?
What I'm doing right now is just under Joe Grah right now, but there will be a band name out of this. I don't have it yet. I have ideas, but I want to jam with the band before I name it. I always do that. I want to feel the collective, and then it'll have a name. It might be Joe Grah and or Joe whatever. Because at first, Joe Grah is the catalyst. Sure. We're utilizing what I've created and the sound I've got in the songs, and these guys we're gonna turn it into this heavy, raw rock band kind of vibe. It's not going to be as produced as the songs are. It's going to be more fucking ballsy. You know what I'm saying? More powerful. Which the songs are great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not detracting. I really was excited about turning this stuff, taking it out of the studio and turning it live, as opposed to in Jibe and a lot of bands where we jam and then go into the studio. This is like taking these songs and making them bombastic and explosive and crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's cool. All right, so follow Joe Grah on all his socials. You're on Facebook. You're on Insta. 64 on the Floor is one of your TikTok pages.
Yeah, Joe Grah. Yeah, Joe Grah. I've just started that one. Joe Grah 1, I think it is, on TikTok, and 64 on the Floor. And then there's ITTH Band on there. And then we've got Instagram, which is Joe Grah all across the board. Well, Joe Grah, Jibe, Loser Band. I can't even remember. There's so many different, but we've got Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on X. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on Wikipedia. We're on Google. Wherever, everywhere. Once you've been doing it for a while, they won't let you get tracked everywhere you go.
And then you did give us permission to play your music. Is that right?
Of course, 100%. I love it when you play the music.
Thank you.
You guys play anything you want. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. No, we appreciate you letting us do that. A lot of times we get that little ding like, hey, you can't play that. And then, we're like, hey, hold on a second. We were told.
Yep. You got the video. You've got the video evidence right here. So
that's why we want. That's why I've been looking at changing our intro and outro music, because we get hit every week. And
yeah.
So I'm trying to mix it up a little bit.
I like our music.
I want to mix it up to change it.
Don't change for anybody, Mark.
Yeah.
Don't change for anybody.
We have to.
Whatever.
All
right. Joe, is there anything else that you want to talk about before we let you go, buddy?
Man, I appreciate you guys having me. Thanks for having fun, keeping me up late here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? We used to be just getting started with the shit. Like now I'm like, it's past my bedtime, man. Shit. No, seriously, I had a great time.
Yeah, we did too, man. We really appreciate you, and we appreciate everything that you're doing. We appreciate you introducing us to the new music, the new sounds of Joe Grah and Inside the Trojan Horse, Loser, all of it, man. We fucking love it, man. So
Thank you.
We really do appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, next week we got Bo Bice. Right, Mark?
Yes.
Awesome. And that's all thanks to Joe here. So thank you again for that as well.
Thank you.
Mark, you got anything else?
No, because I don't know who we're gonna have after Joe. that one's sort of blank for the moment. I might have somebody in mind. We'll find out here soon.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, that's it, guys. From us here at Talking Shit, my name is Brian.
I'm Mark.
And this is Joe Grah. And we're out of here. Have a good night, everybody.
Bitch, I'm in the